where every cell tells a story. I am Farid, your own embryologist.
So, hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss about the macroscopic parameters of semen analysis. So basically, as we have already discussed the difference between the macro and macroscopic parameters. So here we will only talk about the macroscopic parameters. So macroscopic parameters stands for the parameters that is visible with the naked eye. Means for that observation, you don't need any microscope. So the parameters that falls under the macroscopic parameters are like the pH of the semen sample, the volume of the semen sample, the viscosity of the semen sample, and the liquefaction time that semen is taking to liquefy into a uniform volume is again a macroscopic parameter. Now what we have left with pH. pH is also a macroscopic parameters. So these are the parameters that is observed in a semen sample. So first of all, let's have a look on each and every one by one. So first of all, we will discuss about the pH. So the pH of the semen sample is alkaline. As the semen is alkaline, so the less if it is less than 7, so it will fall under the category of acidic nature. So basically, it is around the 7.2 to 8 as for the WHO. So it should not be more than 8. So it will be more alkaline. So this is about this pH of the semen sample. Then again, we will talk about the volume of the semen sample. So basically, the volume for the semen sample should be more than 1.4 and less than 6 ml here. So if it is less than 1.4, then the patient will be addressed as the hypospermia patient. Hypo means less than the required volume. And if it is more than 6, then the patient will be reported as the hyperspermia. So there is a difference between the hypo and hyper. Hypo will address for the 1.4 ml volume, less than 1.4 ml volume is the hyper, and more than 6 ml volume will be considered as the hyper. So hypo is for less than 1.4 and hyper is for more than 6 ml volume. So now after volume we will discuss about the one more thing is there. We will discuss about each and every procedure one by one. So how we perform the procedure and what is the equipment that is needed for the successful completion of the procedure, that we will also discuss. And after volume, what we have the color. So the color of the semen sample is also visible with the naked eye. So the color should be grey or absent. So the nature of the color should be grey absent. So you don't need any instrument to measure that. And after that, the viscosity is one of the most important concept for this semen sample. So viscosity is basically the thread that semen is making when you try to pull it into a dropper. So when you pull the volume of the semen, so the thread that it is making, or it can also be explained as how much the semen is liquefied. So when you talk about the liquefaction, so liquefied semen means the different proper uniform mixture of the semen and the sperm cells into the entire fluid. So basically, liquefaction is considered as one of the most important parameters for recording of the semen analysis report, because it is an important point to note here. When a patient ejaculates the sample, so it's not like that the uniform mixture of semen and sperms come into the container. So sometime, or I should say it's a usual process that what happens, the concentrated form of sperms along with less semen comes in the first stage, and then after 50% of both the semen and sperms come into ejaculated into the container, and then after more semen and less sperm cells ejaculated into the sample. So what happens if you observe the semen sample without being liquefied properly? So what will happen? You will take the volume. Might be that volume have more semen and more sperm cells, or might be it have more semen. So what ultimately will affect the report of the sample. So that's why, as per the WHO, a normal semen sample should be liquefied in 30 minutes. So it can hardly go for 1 hour, but it has to be liquefied within 30 to 60 minutes. So this is the concept of liquefaction that you consider always at the time of recording or observing a semen sample. And again, viscosity if the semen sample is not properly liquefying. So you have to break the viscosity of the semen sample. Like viscosity, when as you can see in the video I have shared, this is the viscosity. When you pull the sponge, it makes a thread. So as per the WHO, if the thread is 2 centimeter long, then the viscosity of the sample is high. And after giving the sample a proper liquefaction time, if the thing is still happening, then the viscosity will be reported as the high. So these are the parameters. I think we have covered all the parameters, macroscopic parameters. In the next video, we'll discuss about the equipments that is needed for the macroscopic parameter observation. So actually not that much equipments are needed. So we will discuss in the next video. And after that, we will just combine both the video and look at the procedure for all the observation of macroscopic one by one.